look pretty because we can do that.
Yeah, I mean, basically, yes.
We're
also,
gay and we're fabulous.
You're pretty good at it.
Mm-hmm.
And you're also there for if the meatheads try to do anything, you can meathead them.
When I saw this Shadow Blade, I was really hoping you would
Yeah,
where I did that. You were just gonna like pull the glaive out.
I should do that. If they try to if they like make one more fucking move, I'll be like,
I don't think they're going to.
Can't believe you're the one having Karen escort you.
Yeah, I'm surprised that they said me, but I guess I'm going in.
You're the one that's best with kids.
He
Just
likes
try
you.
not to unhinge your jaw at him.
He thinks I'm dumb. I don't know
He
if
thinks
he
all of
likes
us are
me.
dumb.
He does think all of us are dumb.
Yeah, we're back.
We gotta welcome back.
Okay.
Welcome back.
Hi, sorry about that.
So, as I heard, the last thing you guys heard was Myth basically licking the guy's neck.
No,
nose.
No, it's not next.
This is, it's been a long day. So, what happened after that was that the guy pulled out his weapon, and Alduin immediately summoned a Shadow Sword, which, by the way, you should probably roll a d20 for that.
Oh, right.
If he just vanishes.
Oh my god. Whole intimidation factor gone.
16.
He ends up putting the weapon back, and the two continue into the house. Karen doesn't actually know where his sister would hide, but thinks that she would go to their mother's room. So that is where they are going. Downstairs, all of you are just kind of waiting.
We're
Mixing a standoffing.
also asking about
Oh, yeah.
Karen's mother.
Yes.
Asking Randall where she is.
Or, like,
She's
What state
upstairs
she's
in her room because she is ill.
Okay.
If I go up there and this is some sort of bird person full metal alchemist shit,
if she goes up there and it's this disease that we've been warned about multiple times.
If you get multiple...
I'm gonna
Yeah.
eat him.
If it's the magic disease thing with
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering if it is.
He's just smirking like...
Jesus Christ. Alright.
Can you even catch human diseases anymore?
I mean, I have the periapt of
Health. So she actually can't catch disease.
You were the good person, just
Yeah,
so.
you guys kind of insulated me.
Karen's not, though.
Alright.
He'll be okay.
So you go up to this door, and it looks like it has several locks all along the side of it. You try the door, and, well, surprise, it's locked.
What's she sick with is what I want to know.
I'm gonna try to pick the locks before I brute force it down.
Okay. Go ahead and give me the dexterity locksmith. Lock picking tools.
That's sleight of hand?
No.
No, there's an actual thieves' tools check.
I don't have that.
Well, then you get to
could-
just
I
use
have
your
a dagger.
you get to use your straight dexterity.
Okay.
You could also just come get me.
If we knew what the disease was, she wouldn't still be sick.
What's the symptoms? I've seen a lot in my time, Randall.
That's nice. I'm not asking for your help.
No, that's
The
okay.
lady asked you a question.
And I don't have to answer.
That's fine.
21?
After all,
You managed to get through the locks. I'm not going to make you roll for every single one.
I appreciate that.
it's fine. I've been informed that there will be plenty of more death this day than there need have been.
Ooh. Who'd you go talk to?
I'll tell you later.
Okay.
Fun, apparently.
Some of the guards are kind of getting really nervous.
I still have the Shadow Blade in my hand, by the way.
Nakane, at this point, her face, she doesn't look angry. She looks that really eerie calm. You know what I mean? Like that just like...
Mm-hmm.
And just, okay, you don't have to answer my questions.
All right.
Jake, for the sake of flavor with this, because
Can we miss? I'm trying to move forward with something. I'm sorry to skip you for this, but I'm transitioning back to this. It is a little past the time that I want to be, but all right. So you managed to finish picking the locks, and you open the door. Inside, the room is dark. The windows haven't been boarded up, but they've been covered. to keep out pretty much any light. And a horrible stench comes out of the room.
Karen, stay in the hall.
He just kind of stands there, motionless. You can tell he's kind of terrified at this point.
He can tell something's wrong. And she's gonna kind of snap, prestidigitate some little sparks of light.
Okay. Through the sparks of light, on the other side of the room, you notice that there is a metal cage set up. Inside, there is this woman crouched over, her skin a gray color. Her hair looks like it's falling out and her clothes are in tatters. And she seems to be leaning over something. Just, you hear kind of like this ripping and tearing.
Oh, I hope it's not his sister.
And she stops and turns at you. And her eyes are black. And you hear, and then suddenly she screeches and slams against the cage.
It's kind of...
What? Beyond all of that, you notice there are other tattered clothes on the floor. And then you hear a voice behind you. Mom?
She's so ready to catch this kid.
You notice that the clothes around her appear to be child-sized.
Do I see any obvious entry points that his sister might have been able to get into?
The only thing that makes sense is that there's a door to this cage, and it's got a big old dead lock on it. It doesn't look beyond that like there's anything else.
So
to get
somebody
in.
did this intentionally.
So we hear the screech from downstairs.
That probably wouldn't be a far cry.
Do you three want to stay here and I'll go check, or do one of you want to go check?
Stay here.
I probably should roll for that,
Oh?
given the shift in...
You're not quite there, but I'll let you if
That's-
it makes sense.
Would Nakane...
Because it's such an extreme thing, I feel like that is going to be something that is going to be more noticeable.
It's probably going to be more than likely the way that you're shifting, it's going to be the small things first.
Uh-huh.
And then it'll eventually lead up to...
Exactly.
And she's still against the bars, like she's trying to get through.
She's mad. She's so mad.
Nakane just tilts her head and looks at Randall and goes, "There's much death here. And there's plenty more death to be. Would you care to try and answer my inquiry one more time? As a speaker for the lady, Thanatos, would you like to try your hand again at telling me the whole truth of the darkness that covers your home?"
Randall just kind of stands there, motionless for a second. And then he turns around and starts to bolt.
Oh, no, she looks at the other mercenaries. Grab him.
They don't move.
I'm doing the fire illusion.
Somebody grab him. I'm going upstairs.
And
At the same time he does that, I'm going to... Oh god, please tell me I still have it. Maximilian's Earthen Grasp.
all right, that's a strength saving throw.
Yes, against my spell save DC. Which
Nakane goes
is
upstairs.
I think he fails.
17.
Yeah, he fails. He's not a
sorry,
strong
18.
person. He's not a strong person.
Aldwin, you hold him.
I
I'm
was
going.
doing the fire. Is he on the stairs or where is he?
He seems to be running towards a back room. He's
Okay.
not going anywhere towards the stairs.
So, whichever, basically the area he's running towards is fire, and then along the walls that he was, of the corridor he's running down, fire, and then, just basically surrounded by fire.
The walls and everything catching fire gets him to kind of screech to a stop just in time as out of the floor, this earthen hand grasps him. It does damage when it first grabs him, right?
Would it help if I say I was just trying to restrain him?
Either way, he's going to scream in terror.
And yeah, that's not real fire, it's hallucinatory terrain.
He doesn't know that.
The only way to get through that is to actually spend your turn
It's not
making a
gonna
check
be
against
fake
it.
for long.
Yeah. It's when you spend your turn making a check against it, not when
Right.
it first appears. That
And-
you.
And Nakane, you're
Going
You're
upstairs.
running upstairs.
2d6 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Oh, that's not concentration.
Yeah, you're gonna hear the crack
Never
of
mind,
the
I'll do that.
bones
That's 10
regardless.
5.
Yeah. You're pretty sure you hear one of his ribs snap.
What was a 2 on the surge?
Never mind, there's no fire. I didn't look at that correctly, and it's apparently a 10-minute timer
Oh.
that you need to cast it beforehand.
All right. So he gets snagged by the earthen hand. One of his ribs break, and he lets out a scream that you're pretty sure definitely shows he's never felt this kind of pain before.
Myth is luggaging Cairn upstairs.
Jake, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah, Jake, we can't see you.
Jake.
I think his camera froze.
No, I
No,
can see it
he's-
flickering.
Yeah, it's like on the bed
I wonder
or
if
something.
he went to the bathroom.
Oh. Okay,
It sounds
so
like he wasn't in his room.
She goes upstairs.
it doesn't take you long to kind of discern where they went,
Yeah.
and you enter into the room and see
This.
Mother behind bars screaming and trying to get through, reaching out at you guys.
Take him downstairs. And call for the city guard. Now. Myth. Now.
Myth kind of looks and says, "Look at the clothes."
I
And
see them.
luggages him.
Wait, what happened to Mom?
We're going to find out.
We're gonna go for a ride. And
I'm just gonna walk around your earthen grass towards whichever door he was hitting and just stand myself there.
Oh, I was gonna have Tell go kindly threaten him.
Oh, yeah?
So that if he tries to leave the earthen grasp hand,
Oh, I
then
was
he's...
meaning like if it goes down for whatever
Has
reason,
Nikani
I'm gonna be on the far side of them.
Seen
So.
anything like this before?
You've
Also, I can only hold that for a minute.
heard
know,
of
that's why-
something like this.
I'm
I'm
gonna keep
gonna
my eyes
block.
on the guards.
This really seems like
Tell us
it's
not
a
to
variation of ghoul.
So it's an undead.
As far as you are aware, yes.
Something she would instantly, like, without getting too close, start looking at this woman for a mark.
You don't see a mark.
Aldwin, bring him here! Now!
So I'm gonna let my hand let go of you, and if you were to say try to run, either he's gonna burn you, he's gonna stab you.
He pulls his glaive out of his throat.
Eyes
And
get
doesn't
wider.
at about that time, you guys will hear a window shatter and a roar.
You might get eaten, or for all I know, I might just stab you myself. So you've got a few options for death if you try to run.
In fact, bring the whole lot of them up here.
Oh,
Looks
guards
like
too.
you lot are following us.
I want the servants as well.
I'd rather be dead.
We're going to...
Hey, Tell, can you knock him out?
Yes, I can.
No, I want him conscious.
Or
Nakane's
drag him
coming
along?
downstairs.
I can drag him.
Nakane
I can't move
starts
the
coming
hand.
downstairs. She is menacingly stalking towards Randall.
We can have her.
Where's your
Oh,
mark?
I can get him to go up there.
What did you do
How does
to
that
her?
sound?
I did nothing to her.
Really?
Oh,
She
how does that
stinks
sound?
of the undead.
Yes, I'm aware.
Then what happened?
I don't know.
Nakane, are you absolutely sure she's undead, or does she just appear to be undead? You, as a paladin, should have access to the Detect Undead spell.
I don't. I have...
I think that's a spell. Or is
No, I have
is that an
detect.
ability?
I have detect evil and good.
No, you have a different ability. You have the divine sense.
Yeah,
You are actually able to open your senses and detect.
yeah. I would have done that when
Yeah.
I was up there. With
And
her.
definitely would have reeked of undeath.
Yeah, she's
Okay.
undead. What happened? I rolled a 19,
She got sick and then turned into that.
21, and you didn't report it.
We've been trying to find a cure around it. Can you imagine what people would say if I reported we have an undead in the house?
Reputation.
There is times and consequences for
Hey,
such
Nakane.
actions. What?
Did you find Karen's sister?
What, sister? There were tattered children's clothes all over the floor. You caused the death of a small child from your negligence unless we find her. I can't talk. I'm
With that on mind, I can do something where
Yeah, that
I
rock's
mean,
done up.
small child like you won't be able to say no,
Mm-hmm.
I can speak to the
but it'll let me know where she is if she's around.
Speak to them. Pay the price and you'll be fine.
Just kill me.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Oh, we're getting
No.
there.
I'm gonna sit up and start scrying, which is gonna take 10 minutes for me to actually do, but I'm gonna start doing it. Unless you guys have a problem with that.
No, it's a good idea. Check to make sure that.
Yeah,
Nakane's
those
gonna
clothes
go
aren't
back
hers.
upstairs.
well, I'm
Keep
pretty
him
sure
here.
that how old is she? Younger than Karen? 4-year-old?
Yeah, little sister.
4-year-old, at the most, can't resist a scrying check. I hope not.
Actually, no, I lied. I don't go back upstairs. I cast Zone of Truth. He can't lie to me at all.
I'm
Okay.
gonna get away from behind him so
What
that I don't get punched in
happened
the face or
to
anything.
the girl? You're lying to me in half of it.
She tried to sneak in. So we let her in.
Hey, Nakane.
Yes.
Remember the vase?
No, that's far too kind. Release your spell.
Which one? Oh, I had to drop it already. It's been a minute.
She hauls Randall up and takes him upstairs.
Oh, shit!
Does that mean I should stop scrying?
Not, yeah, you might as well.
I think that little girl is
She's
dead.
gone. There's tattered clothes and blood all over that room.
Hey, Nakane, I'm gonna let the personal guard be arrested by the city guard.
City guard can deal with Randall as well. I hope they summon somebody from Suno. I'd love to see them again.
Yeah, where's Myth?
And under her breath,
She went out a window.
Camera cut.
under her breath, she's muttering,
Roaring.
"Milady Reaper,
We-
give me
yeah, we heard
strength
the
to
window
hold my
break and then-
temper."
Roaring.
Yeah.
She's not gonna know how to say anything.
Literally, that is what Nakane is muttering right now. "Milady Reaper, help me hold my temper and give me the
I'm
strength."
gonna follow her.
I know you're busy right now, but Jesus Christ.
There's no Jesus.
I'm gonna try to follow her, okay?
Fanados.
Yeah, I think me and Tel can keep the guards here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and follow her because roaring and her means she polymorphed into something, which means gonna get the guards. So quickest, that'd be like, I don't know, have I seen a cheetah?
No, there's not really the kind of terrain for them. A lot of you gotta think a lot more forest dwelling creatures.
Do we know any of the city guards personally besides...
The captain.
Nakane would.
Hey, you go find Myth. I'm just going to paper bird and get the city guards here.
I'm turning into the fastest bird I can think of. I can't think of any fast
Midnight
birds at
might
the moment.
need
Off the top of my head.
Falcon.
That,
Okay.
well, that's times he can at least follow her.
Yeah.
Yeah, bird of prey as well. So
But if I send a paper bird, I want a guard we know here personally.
It's a good idea. We know the captain.
So if we know the captain, I'm going to send the paper bird to
Oh.
him.
we met the captain.
Well, obviously, he must have taken the warning that was given to him to heart if he actually called for the city to be evacuated.
Yep.
True. Yeah, anyway, falconing
I
and
think
following.
you were the only one he really didn't like.
I have that effect on a lot of people.
Yes, you do.
The wood elves in my home liked me.
Questionable.
No?
Questionable people.
Anyway,
Oh, they hate
So-
us? Wow.
Hey, Nakane, do you want to wait to execute him till the captain gets here?
I'm not going to execute him.
Oh, you're gonna give him to her, right?
I was thinking about it. And she's still holding on to him by the cup, like,
Nakane, I have a good idea. Like, only put like his arm in there at first.
really? I was just going to give him to Auntie M and let her sort him out.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
You wouldn't last 5 minutes. First orc that comes up. Click.
No, he wouldn't get through basic training.
He's too fat.
To a point, M wouldn't even hit him, would just be like, Hive, and Hive would be like, where's my weakest man?
okay. So you're sending a paper bird out to the guard?
Yes.
Captain of the guard?
Yes.
Okay.
He's on you, isn't he?
Nakane, for once,
Oh my god.
because of the severity of the situation and knowing that they could get in a lot of trouble for this, is going to do something she's not normally going to do, except for in extreme emergencies such as this.
Yeah.
She's going to pull out her motherfucking holy symbol with the goddamn black skull emblem on it and be like, this is church business when the guards get here.
His eyes kind of widen when you actually pull out this symbol.
Hey look, I'm dead. My business.
I told you, Randall. Things smell of death. So we're gonna wait for his Lord Captain
Do I
and
need
go
to
from
roll
there.
tracking?
Because there are some rules that I still need to follow.
Doubtful.
Okay.
You
So
doubt
we're
it.
gonna
What
wait
are
for
you?
the guards.
You'll find
Hey.
out.
And Nakane would have had him send for the captain of the guard personally, but like it's an emergency.
He sent
That
the
was
paper.
already the plan,
He sent
yeah.
the paper bird to the captain of the
yeah,
guard.
like it's an emergency.
And I would have explained a large majority of the situation.
So what's Flint doing during all this?
I forgot about Flynn.
He's just been downstairs
He's
like...
just been hanging out, eating.
I just been chilling out, by the way.
He's probably just been downstairs like, yeah, I've got my
Flynn,
fighting
you would
hands
have
up.
Nakane's full permission to go raid as much of the kitchen as humanly possible of a rich guy's food.
Yeah, we aren't gonna stop you.
Yeah, you're looking for
That was the distraction we were going to use to escape.
you're looking for evidence. Quote
I like,
marks.
what does Flynn find in the kitchen? I gotta ask.
Some of the fanciest goddamn food you've ever seen.
You find a
Prime
ham on a
ingredient.
bone. Tell me you find a ham on a bone.
You definitely find a ham on a bone.
He lavishly takes up. He tries to like mix in between like meat and cheeses and bread. It basically looks like the scene from Ratatouille where he's eating the meat and the or the. He's just like having a full-on day of it,
Yeah.
and much more entertainment than
So,
the rest of the group.
I'm hearing that
And,
Flynn goes up the size category.
alcohol in there as well.
He's a monk. He works it off. He jumps to 8 rooftops in an evening and tries to break and
Who
enter.
the fuck does that for fun?
Flynn,
A monk who eats a
He gets
lot.
bored.
He's basically chaotic neutral Goku.
Without the ability to fly. Yet.
I'll take that. I'll take
Yes.
that and stride. But
You guys
Yeah,
are
he
only
is
level
having-
12. It won't take much for him to fly.
he's
So,
getting supremely distracted in the kitchen. Yeah.
I revised that. I would not have given a complete summary of everything that's happened because I can only put 50 words on the paper.
okay. So the paper bird goes out. And you guys begin to wait. And wait.
Hey, is the zone of
You
truth
want me
still
to
up?
do my part
Yeah.
for while they're waiting?
Yeah. That'll work.
So, Nakane probably would have seen a big old black hairy back start up because she is a giant ape.
Yep.
And she is actually pounding her way straight to the docks.
Oh. Alright. Yeah. So a lot of people are horrified that a...
She's going to, when she gets to the crowd, leap, because the giant ape has a 40-foot leap, and
Oh, shit.
shift Cairn to her arms, and then on the way down, shift back into Myth.
King Kong does
And
that.
everyone's just kind of... Some of the city guard are like... What the fuck? Hold
run up to Score's ship
Okay.
and give him Cairn.
What the? Myth? Karen? Karen?
And she's just going to look at him like,
Shit's bad, buddy.
I'll tell you later. Take care of him.
You set Karen down, and Karen is having that 1,000-yard stare. He's not really talking. He's just staring off in the distance.
And, like, before she left, she would, like, lean to Score and say, his sister won't be coming.
And he kind of, like, his face goes from kind of like just a normal surprise of like, what the hell? Oh, this is weird.
One of my kids is dead.
It's almost like grief strikes his face first. He doesn't seem to get anger, but he's registering grief because he doesn't know.
We'll tell you the extent of it later. I need to get back to the situation.
All right.
And she's gonna kind of walk down the ship like, not bad.
There's a lot of people who seem angry with you because of you skipping over. There are some people who are just terrified of.
What the fuck just happened?
Is that a druid? She doesn't look like a druid. What? You come swooping by as a falcon.
Giant falcon. I don't do small birds. Unless I need to do a small bird. This isn't that small bird.
Giant falcon's probably going to be quicker. Or not a giant falcon, a regular falcon will probably be quicker.
I needed to stop whatever she was. And
That wasn't gonna stop shit.
It'd be more distracting.
Big bird.
Yeah, so I've probably been a giant
Yep.
falcon.
So,
Yeah, no,
Giant-
remember I keep one main thought when I polymorph, that was get Karen somewhere safe.
Right.
yeah.
And you actually had enough sense of self to turn back.
Keep calling polymorph.
Well, I would have broken the dock. That wouldn't have been safe.
True. So yeah, now a giant falcon comes flying in.
I mean,
These poor people.
I see where she is, see what she's done, just land and sort of do the get on.
And she's gonna motion to at least one of the guards and be like, if you wanna know, come with me, we have a situation.
Why don't we just arrest you? What are...
Alright, meet me at this house then. And she's gonna tell them where she's going and climb on.
How you gonna stop a bird, motherfucker?
Or we could arrest you. Fine.
I
So
can
yeah,
just grab one as we go past, but that'd probably be bad.
so yeah, you take off. Myth and Tavern actually come back before you get any word from the guard.
You're back.
Yes.
I sent a letter to the captain, dude, person thing.
I'm sure we will have somebody here soon.
Excellent.
They do not like me right now.
I'm not telling you that. I'm just going to sit on the roof, and when I see guards, I'm going to squawk loudly, then go down, turn into an elf, and walk back into the house.
And for some reason, it seems guards aren't coming.
Is it possible that the captain died?
Is it possible to paid off?
It's possible.
But the ones that you were supposed to bring wouldn't have known. You just told them to follow you, right?
I told them where I was going. They said they wanted to arrest me.
You were also dealing with guards who were in the middle of trying to deal with the chaos of...
They may have just said, ah,
Refugees.
fuck it.
I wonder if that captain just evacuated. He just was like, you know what? I don't want this job no more.
Well, the last thing that you guys heard, or that some of you heard, was that the captain went to the sewers.
Ooh.
Under reports of
Oh, the blue
Lots of
snaggy
ice
things.
goblins.
little ice goblins.
Back down.
I don't know if the guards are coming, Nakane.
I was sort of I could probably wing beckon someone easier than that.
Mikani, do you want us to get someone from the church?
Go to Samuel. Tell him I actually really need his help. and it's Black Skull
How far away is that?
business.
Is it within a mile?
Would there be like
roughly, yeah.
I'm just going to dimension door
Hold
and
on.
extend my range.
Jake, would there be, because I know the Churches of Death and Life communicate. I know there's probably like a way that they communicate for the one to let the other know that they need their help.
Not necessarily. It's very difficult. But I will say one thing. There are certain words end up ringing through your mind.
Mm-hmm.
One does not blame the weapon.
Oh, that's what she meant. I'm the weapon. I'm the weapon. So this is what I want you to do. Don't go to Samuel. I'll deal with this myself. One simply, and she grabs Randall and looks at him and goes, one doesn't blame the weapon. And she hauls him upstairs.
What?
Bye, bitch.
He starts to get panicked. Even more so.
She would, instead of just straight up feeding him to her, she holds him in just barely out of her reach and just holds him there. And then with her other hand grabs the small girl's clothes.
You manage to get a hold of the girl's clothes, and he's freaking out as this ghoul is basically trying to eat him.
You could have prevented this. You know my family runs the fucking church down the goddamn road. We specialize in this.
Nobody could know.
Why?
Imagine what that says about our family. If anybody found out.
What was that word he got called
Nobody
earlier?
cares when you say
Pompous. Yeah.
the
That's a
dead-
good word
the
for
dead,
him.
You know what's really good for him?
Whether
Death,
you're
dead.
What?
Hey, you guys.
Hold on, I gotta let them talk. I'm trying to think of
Okay.
the best way to put this.
Yeah, dead pompous asshole.
That is what he is now.
Should it be pompous and dead simultaneously?
I don't know, but there's gonna be a pile of dead fuck upstairs. I can burn the building
Dead
down.
fuck up.
Oh, I'll absolutely help you with that.
There we go. In the land of the dead, status and money don't matter.
He just kind of goes silent.
Nothing matters in the end. And yet you had the chance to save a child. And because of your uppityness, and because you were too upset for social norms, you let her die. And I'm sure Milady and her judgments will find a lovely home for you in the end. Because in the end, you caused this. And you had a way to stop it by contacting me. And Sharia.
Didn't know any of you.
No, but you know the Church of Life. And my family is well known. I'm a motherfucking colonel.
You alright, Jake? Jake, Jesus.
Did you just fall?
I really wish I knew fucking cats.
I set my laptop on Murray, and he kind of didn't appreciate it.
So I really hope that what I'm about to do to you, because in the end, family is around.
Come on.
I really hope your son knows nothing about this, because I have no problem ending your entire pathetic line.
June.
And she looks at the ghoul. And feeds him to her. And just grabs him and says, I really hope Milady has no pity for you. And shoves his head through the bars.
And everyone in the house starts to hear screams as the school begins eating this noble.
Pretty obvious?
Hey, Nakane.
Yum, yum, yum.
She's not hearing you over the screams.
And I'm gonna yell this, but I'm not gonna yell at it because I don't want the mics to pick it up. Hey, Nakane.
What?
I need a zone of truth.
1 second. I'm busy.
Do you want me to take someone to actually just go to the guardhouse and find someone who is on duty?
Well, no, I was just gonna zone of truth the guards, find out if they knew about it, and
After
if they
he's
did.
dead,
These
Nakane
guards?
would kill
Yeah.
her.
The personal guards.
Okay.
I was meaning the
Yeah, it's
other
not
city guards.
terribly
What
hard.
do we
No.
need them for?
And
It's
then,
Clean
gonna
up?
head down to the basement.
That's what the fire's for.
and she'd look around at the small, like, child's clothes, like,
True.
really upset.
Well,
But I'm worried about if the personal guards knew about this and they still didn't say anything.
yeah, I'm gonna go search other rooms and such for, anything
Nakane
else.
comes down and
Anyone
casts
else?
Zone of Truth again.
Hey, Flynn.
Am I with you guys?
I mean,
You're in the kitchen.
I'm yelling for you, so.
She still has her symbol out.
What?
She looks at all of the men and be like, alright, you've got 2
Hey.
seconds.
Sorry.
Can you go through the house, see if you can find a safe?
A safe? Sure. Why not?
Let me know if you
I'll
find
be
it.
in the kitchen.
I'll just help him. Also, if we find anyone else.
Compensation?
I'm in the cellar.
She also made sure that there were no coins left.
I bring a couple apples
But
with
there
me
were
from the
coins on the
kitchen
wall.
and I proceed to the next room
Give me one of those apples.
and
You know what I mean?
Started.
Yeah.
You know what I
start
mean.
moving myself.
All right. Flynn, give me an investigation check.
Advantage because I'm helping.
You have to see.
Yeah.
You have advantage because you're being helped by Nend.
Sick.
All right. What were you doing in the cellar?
I mean, it's a wine cellar, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, you have a bag
I've
of
got a
holding?
back.
You have a bag of holding, too.
I
You
already
don't have a
don't.
bag of holding?
So I
No.
can look at it and not forget.
Oh.
I don't know. I just don't have one.
I thought you did.
No.
You probably would have
That'll
given
be
that to you as
a
next
solid
time.
16.
Maybe next time. But
You
More?
said no one blames the weapon.
Yep.
she's gonna.
What was your roll?
I'm the weapon.
I still need my non-consumable magic item that Tyler gave me. I still need my non-consumable magic item that Tyler got me.
Oh.
I'm
I'll
sure
write
that
that-
we'll find it in this house.
I'll write that on my thing so, in case we don't get to it. Because we
Yeah.
can always do it for next time too.
Yeah. I had
You
something.
sometimes
I had
do
something
this.
cool in mind, but this kind of took over.
I'm just quietly filling my backpack with apnea.
Okay.
What did you roll, Jake?
I rolled a 16.
All right. You're going through the house, and you're not really finding anything obvious.
Yeah.
But you pass through kind of a study-like area. You're kind of looking around. You walk past a fireplace a few times, and you notice, wow, that's a really interesting painting, and it's a picture of the fat noble. And you pull at the painting, and it unhinges, and you see a safe behind it.
I'm just taking the entire painting off the wall
Okay.
and breaking it.
Okay.
Just for funsies.
Yep, just break that, rip it.
So yeah, there's a safe behind where the painting now used to be.
Huh. There seems to be a safe here.
Elduin, we got it.
I'm going to come up and investigate the safe. Is there a keyhole?
It does look like there is a keyhole.
Can I try to pick the lock on the safe?
Can you just...
He's trying to.
prepared.
Oh.
Yeah, you absolutely can try. Nakane, what were you coming down and saying?
Oh,
She looks
yes,
at
so true.
she looks at the guards and she's like, "All right, boys, I took care of the situation upstairs. I'm sure you heard, but you got about 2 seconds to tell me what happened. If any of you knew this, if you tell me the truth and that you had nothing to do with this, you can go free. Those who knew about it can march their happy little asses over to Suno's quarters,
Oh boy.
Dexterity thieves tools?
and I'll know."
Yes. Well, and this is kind of like the head of their little entourage. We knew, but not. We weren't permitted to intervene. If we had gone against him, Mr. Simican, he had people he could contact, and powerful people.
The red glove.
We have families. We didn't want them to be in danger. We didn't approve of this, but we didn't have much of a choice.
I see. Well, it would be unfair of me, considering what I just have done, to blame you for being a weapon as well.
If there's no other quarrel, we would be happy to speak with the city guard on what he has done.
Go home. Go to your families.
And without hearing anything else other than go home, they turn around and leave.
Bye!
There you go.
26. Also, here's your inspiration back.
Yeah, you get it open. There's a nice pile of
Cash money!
coins in there.
What kind of nice pile? Is it something I should ask you next time on
Yeah.
Tales from the Tavern?
Yeah.
Sweep that right into the bag of holding.
Yep. So I think that is a good place for us to call it, because we are 44 minutes over what I prefer to end at.
Oh shit.
But I wanted to kind of conclude this little side quest.
I got to shove a noble's head through the bars of the cage of a ghoul. That was cool.
But
Schlorp.
I'd like to leave it open just a little bit for questions from everyone and from the audience, because I like to be able to do
I
that.
remember a couple of questions from chat.
Okay.
One was, who was the figure that Nakane was speaking to?
So the figure Nakane was speaking to is within the Order of the Black Skull, sort of their religious leader is known as the Reaper. It's a figure who is basically chosen by the goddess of death to carry out her will. The weapon on her back actually has a name, and it's called Death's Touch.
So fucking cool.
And
So
I'm not
cool.
going to say anything more about what Death's Touch does, because
I bet you it kills you.
Oh, real good.
Sounds likely.
Real good.
it's more horrifying than just that.
Real good.
Kills you real good.
But yeah.
So the Reaper is like Nakane's boss. So the Church of the Black Skull's cat, essentially. The Reaper is the biggest boogler. She's not to be fucked with.
When she comes into play, all hell breaks loose.
Hence why Nakane on one hand was very happy that she came when she called, but Nakane was not expecting her to answer her, and more or less maybe sending somebody that was like Nakane's station. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
she wasn't expecting the Reaper. She was expecting
Well,
maybe another paladin.
So the main
Or
thing
something.
with communicating with the Reaper, standing at that statue, it's almost so she didn't exactly come and visit you.
Yeah.
So she's able to respond in that way, but she also doesn't necessarily, get messaged like that all the time.
So for her, that was like,
Yeah.
okay.
So, what was the other question?
I could not find it.
Okay.
I think it was another one of Jade's.
I know that there was one that said, what's the disease resistant to poison, but I think that got, or resistant to magical cures, but I think that was answered.
Oh, no, I was... when we didn't know what the disease was and we were thinking it was the other one, that's when they asked the question, and they're like, what's that disease? And I was like, well... And is it resistant to can't cure with magic? It's like,
And then there
well,
was
no,
one
it was immune
much,
to
much
magic and
earlier
would
that I
actually
don't
infect the
remember.
person
Yeah.
who tried to cure it.
Yeah.
Which isn't that disease. This is a different thing entirely. This one didn't turn you into an undead the last we knew. It was just weird, colourful boils.
So, what were your thoughts on this session?
What do you call your blue boys?
Oh, the little
Yeah.
ice things? Oh,
Ah,
I'm not
Jade.
saying anything yet.
Jade's got a question. What's the mark Nakane kept asking about?
So, also, this relates to resurrection magic. If you...
Don't leave that.
There are... So, most resurrection magic in my
You're
world,
behind Vox, honey.
you have to have the blessing of the goddess of death in order to properly bring someone back from the dead. If you don't have it, The individual who is brought back is marked with a black skull where whatever caster was casting magic, where they touched them. And that black mark is a sign of like, hey, this person was brought back without the blessing of the goddess of death.
This person is illegally alive.
Yep.
Yes. And basically they are hunted down along with the necromancer who raised them.
Yikes.
Yeah. But there was no black mark involved in this.
Nope. Which is why Nakane was like, a disease? Excuse? And you didn't report this? I probably could have kept him alive to get more information, but he didn't really know much.
And it sounds like after this we're going to look at the sewers as well.
Or leaving.
I was just gonna say.
I kind of want to
Silvertan?
check what happened to the captain.
I do want to check on Maria.
Also
Tom
that.
says I want a tattoo of that black mark.
Probably need art of it first.
Yep.
I have to find someone who can draw a
that
really
was-
good outline of a skull.
Really good black.
Hey,
skull.
Scott!
Hey Scott, you like bones?
You like spooky things.
Want to draw a symbol of a god?
I got a message from Scott. He's like, oh my god, Nakane is very mad.
Tom's like, I'm an artist.
I mean, that's true.
We know a lot of artists.
Yeah.
I think that was at an NPC here, like all that, like even without Masks of the Dead, like I think that was the angriest Nakane has ever been. Like even with dealing with the undead heavily in Masks of the Dead and dealing with her father in Masks of the Dead and everything, that was the angriest that Nakane has ever been.
Yeah. So this whole side quest, because really it lasted.
Can't believe you killed a kid like that. That's fucked up.
So let me explain.
You better.
So I was originally talking to Andrew because part of Alduin is that he's Cairn's brother. Mm-hmm. But what drove Cairn to end up being an adventurer was that his family was killed by nobles. So I had to find a way to kind of tie this all in, and I ended up coming up with that, and when I did, I told Katie about it. This was
Was this one of the nights that Katie was like, I just heard him cackling?
this idea came up at the beginning of Into the Serpent Strip. This is how long I've been sitting on this.
Wow, that must have been killing you.
No. Small part of me was like, wow, I'm really a dick for coming up with this idea. Let's put it off as long as possible. And then it came to this and I'm like, oh my god, I have to be a dick tonight.
See, that wasn't outside of my realm of things I was anticipating.
See, here's what the writing quirk that I kind of have. It's that I'm a dick to fantasy children.
Oh yeah, I've done that.
I mean, yeah, the have a phase.
But not even
but-
bones?
You know, stuff like that.
Just
Man.
I'm assuming that there was kind of a bloody pile
Yeah.
of dead.
The ghoul wasn't exactly clean.
They're dead yet, and children are easily getting brutally murdered.
But I feel like I sold the scene well enough that it was one of those, oh my god.
Yeah, like, the ghoul was presently eating something when Myth walked up. I don't need to know how much was eaten.
yeah.
Yeah.
So for more on that, I mean,
As soon as you said it was crunching on something, I immediately assumed Karen's sister was dead.
yeah.
So yeah, you got your wish that Karen's family was killed by ghouls. Or killed by
Yeah,
nobles.
Karen's sister was vored by his
I
mother.
really like the turn you took on it.
Did you like how I took care of the noble that caused your sister's death?
Absolutely.
Oh,
Stuffed his head through the
when that
barn
came up,
cage.
that was something I was not expecting you guys to do. It was one of those. So why I was like, oh, why did it have to be you? I was actually expecting Alduin to go up, and just expect like the house is now gonna catch on fire.
If Nakane would not have sent Myth when she did, it was going to get very dark very fast.
But at the same time, Nakane sent Myth because Myth is more equipped and better equipped to deal with a child like Karen
So there you
than Nakane was.
So
Because
there
Myth
you
was
go.
ready to take her dagger and cut little pieces off that noble while talking to him.
Oh.
So there you go, Andrew. Now we have Karen set up properly.
And passed them to the
There you
ghoul
go.
while she was talking to him.
Now you just gotta get him to survive this next part. Which I think you successfully did with putting him on
Squirrel
squishy.
shit.
And I still have that potion of fire breath.
Mhm.
So there wasn't gonna be any of that.
Oh, there's nothing really left except for a headless corpse.
Yeah, now we're just going through the house.
Oh, there wasn't gonna be house left either.
Man, I can't wait to get this huge pile of money.
Then I have to figure out how much it is.
Yeah. What really helped me though get through like pretty much because essentially what Nakane was gonna do originally was just going to bind, gag, and leave Randall in that room
Yeah.
and not tell anybody that he was there.
So the main reason I reiterated what the Reaper said
Yeah.
was that I was trying to make it clear to you that you were a paladin.
Yeah.
As far as most people are concerned, or as far as paladins or their orders are concerned, paladins are the law.
Yeah.
So
I often forget that, and I forgot when I was dealing with Samuel that he doesn't know I'm a paladin, he just thinks that I'm a merc.
yeah.
So I was like, so after that whole scene, I was like, motherfucker, I am the law.
You're the law.
You're not above the law. I am the law.
I am the law.
Which-
You're the pseudo-paladins are
Which, by the way, it does create a very interesting conflict with other orders.
Yeah. Like,
So-
there's things that obviously Nakane will go to the guards about, like, hey, you're better at dealing with citizens than I am.
But I
I'll
feel
deal with the big scary things, you guys deal with the citizens, which is kind of
I feel like
thing.
tonight was a good growth moment for Nakane.
Yeah, because she's been struggling with that whole, wait, I'm not the law, but I am. Like, I'm kind of the iron fist of my church, right next to my boss. She's the ultimate iron fist.
You took to one doesn't blame the weapon like patience yields focus.
I had my Keith moment. And then just...
Alright.
I originally was also thinking about unlocking the cage, stuffing him in the cage, and then relocking the cage. But I didn't think she would be able to do that quick enough without her getting out.
I see. I
That was
think
still
you should,
nicer than
I
what I
think
was
you
gonna
should
do.
just fed him to her one limited time.
I was gonna do it meaty bit by meaty bit.
Like, but can you
Although-
imagine having your arm chewed on while it's still on you?
Although I'm not gonna lie, one doesn't blame the weapon is a good idea for a t-shirt.
Yeah. With a cage with a ghoul in it.
Not quite that dark. I was
Just Nakane's weapon.
Just the Gane's weapon.
Yeah, so a cage with a ghoul in it.
So on a scale of 1 to fuck yes, how approved of that way of killing the noble would Alduin be when he finds out the truth about his family? I know he would have preferred limb by limb, but Nakane is not the type to torture somebody, so that's why she was like,
Yeah, Aldwin would definitely have tortured him.
yeah. Nakane's...
And I was half
Myth was prepared. You don't mess with kids.
I was half expecting that to be the case.
Aldwin deals with bad people to the extreme.
Almost to the point that he looks like a villain.
Yes. I vaguely recall when I wrote my first log for Eldwin for Mass of the Dead, Jake read it afterwards and went, okay, what the fuck?
Yeah, so Nakane's still coming into her own. She's fairly sheltered a lot. Very, very, very sheltered, so she's still coming into her own. So that's why the Reaper's probably like, this fucking girl. She is the law. What the fuck is she doing? Like, sort of thing. So, like, she's 25. Like, she's
Also,
my age.
As a slight note, Speak with the Dead doesn't require any price because you're not actually taking it.
I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
So I was like, that's why I was like, just fucking do it.
Don't break the law. Just do it.
Just
I
fucking
figured
do
a
it.
thing out with Farron.
I am the law. I said you can fucking do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Children and growing up is natural things, so fucking with them is fucking with nature still. So, he was ready to. I mean, originally I was saying take his hair, so when we
Also-
leave, I can give him nightmares for weeks.
Also, Nakane.
No,
made it-
he wasn't leaving that house
No,
alive.
apparently not.
It's okay. Nakane fucked with his afterlife even more because she made it very impossible for him to cross the river Styx.
By taking Willow's money.
He can't pay the ferryman. The gold
And his
can.
eyes. You can't really put pennies on the eyes if there aren't eyes.
Yep.
And his son's still alive, for now.
Yeah, she already warned him if your son knew anything about this, you're not gonna have.
That's partly why I'm looking for other people in the house.
I mean, if his son's like older than Karen, meaning like 10.
Yeah, then she's gonna be like, you're just a little shit.
Ooh, is there a new villain coming into play?
Feed him to a ghoul too.
He's gonna be
Maybe
like,
I'll
I'm
just get a
here.
pet ghoul and just constantly feed
I meant more like a revenge quest from a kid.
Yeah, I'm here to avenge my father murdered by adventurers. Yeah, right.
No, your father was murdered by a
Great.
paladin for breaking the law. How about that? How's that sound?
Oh my god, I'm
Great luck, rich adventurers.
Drop kick.
Well, they had a lot of weapons.
There were 2 tieflings.
One was purple.
But by the time that kid was an adult, would they even...
So these are so far the messages. Never. Scott says never trust a Randall. Dom says fuck Randall. And then Dom says I liked that. Eat bad man. New merch. Nakane merch. Like Dom buys all of the Nakane merch. He's
You
like
skipped my
yes.
pun.
Oh, what was the pun?
We handled
Oh,
the
I hate
situation.
you. Yeah.
Anyway, I think we're gonna close it up here. Do we want to raid someone? Is someone
on?
is someone even online?
If he's on, he's getting offline.
Yeah,
He's not
probably.
online. He's offline. I followed him. He's offline.
All right, let's find someone else who's possibly doing D&D. Maybe someone we've never raided before.
I am gonna close Discord so I can actually function on
Okay.
Twitch.
So,
Bye,
Bye,
Jake.
bye,
Jake.
Jake. Hope you enjoyed
Yeah.
the session. I'm sorry that
Panda eyes on.
I'm sorry that things were
Quiet on his end.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna take it as like Flynn was in his own world.
Eating
He was kind of
massive amounts of food.
Flynn's always in his own world.
I mean,
yeah,
he's pretty
he was in his own kind
unflustered
of
by
haven,
things.
and later on his own kind of hell as he afterwards when he went to the bathroom. So he's fine.
Happy
bye, Jake.
birthday to Myth. Happy birthday to Myth.
Yeah. Not a great birthday overall. Amawanti discovered murdered children.
Saved a child though. From
Did
the
get
same-
one child out.
Yeah.
Definitely not a cake and candles kind of birthday though. Did get some apnea for my birthday though.
Oh, and we also got everything in the kitchen.
I did get some apnea for my birthday.
I'm gonna. I have to write down what the
As far as
implications of-
treasure goes, Don John has a non-magical item
Okay.
treasure generator.
Sounds good. I'm mostly trying to figure out how much a noble
Night,
would keep in his house
Scott.
before.
Thanks for tuning
without the
in.
bank. Yes, thank you for tuning in, everybody.
We hope you really liked this session. Because thanks to Jake, I have a better focus on playing my character, so I can applaud him for that. So I appreciate you.
Dungeons and
I got a lot of help with my own
Dragons.
damn character today because I've been playing her really wrong
for a year.
for a year. Because I didn't know the questions to ask until Jake was like, I'm gonna fucking shake you. So now
Don't ask me, what is this entire organization like? I don't know!
he's like, Erica, specific questions. Like, it's like, oh, okay, so I need to know information about the Reaper. I need to know this. At least this. And then he started typing out a really cool legend for me. And he's got to finish it. And I'm really excited for him to finish it. So I'm not going to push him on that, though, because I know he's busy. But I might push you on that.
The Legend of the Ashen Knight and the Sapphire Lady.
Yeah.
I want to raid this one.
Do it.
Never heard of it, but
Raid
we're
it.
gonna go there.
Sounds good!
Get him.
It's raiding time!
It's raining men.
Hallelujah, it's raining men. I know, it's really funny though, like when you were like, pretty much like, motherfucker, you're a paladin, you are the law. I'm doing that with Alina right now too. I'm like, I'm the fucking law, I'm a goddamn paladin, but I couldn't figure that out with fucking Nakane.
Alright, and we're gonna go in 5, 4,
See ya!
ya!
Next week!
1.